Hey, I'm Kristen. Nice to meet you. Um, I'm like, what am I doing here? This is the first time I've ever recorded in this capacity. But in support of kind of my mission on what I want to do, I'm going to be recording more often. So, as who am I? I guess as someone who has been developing people leaders for over a decade, I have found some things to be consistent, and one of them is that we overcomplicate it, like point blank. We overcomplicate it, and we're tired. Okay, hence the coffee. hmm and I've really, over the last few years, made it my mission to uncomplicate leadership for as many people as possible. Because if we can do that, that's when we can truly unlock our teams. And when we do that, like it unlocks everything for ourselves as people leaders. So I am not so secretly in love with the fact that uncomplicate is probably the most complicated way to say simplify, but I love the root of it. We are going to uncomplicate leadership. But all that to say, in the spirit of uncomplicating things, you won't find edited videos from me, perfectly curated content or anything like that, mostly because I just don't know how to do it and I don't want to spend my energy finding out how. But you will find some honest conversation about what I've learned over my experience and what I continue to learn about leading people and leading teams. Okay, what inspired this thought was my friend Caitlin shared a video about Jimmy Ramadi, the former CEO of IBM, and she was talking about power and thinking about power as like good power, not that traditional kind of like vision of like I am the king, I dictate what must be done, and people submit and comply. So I thought this was super interesting. Good power kind of like leading to positive change. And she centered it around building belief, not being ordered, not needing to comply, but co creating. So people voluntarily want to do it and use their discretionary energy to do it. And I thought this was super interesting. I talk about this all the time. When you find yourself having like the same conversation over and over again, with an employee, someone's not meeting your expectations, sales aren't where they need to be, they're not, the quality is not high enough, whatever it is, you're likely addressing and dealing with a symptom, not the root cause of the issue that your employee is having. And this could look like your employee is, you got a poor quality score and you give them coaching, you address it, you give them feedback in the moment. It could look like maybe they got a bad customer survey. You get that and you address it, you provide feedback. Those are symptoms that you're addressing when they pop up. That is not the root cause of what is getting in their way. And in order to get to the point to create belief in the future, and to get to that co creation, you've got to get to the root cause of what you're seeing. And think of that symptom as like a gift. It really is. It is a signal, but you have to connect to the human and use your good power to create positive, lasting change. She also said, this is not about like the rah rah about like building someone's personal belief in the future. You can do it. But from my experience, I believe there are five like predominant root causes you'll find that are getting in your people's way. Awareness, like are they aware of the expectation, the need, etc.? Capability or skill, do they actually have the skill? Have they done this work before? Have they demonstrated it in other areas so you know that they're capable? And then conditions, are the conditions right for them to be successful, or are they like selling ice in an ice storm? Like they're not going to be successful if those are the conditions that they're in. Next is confidence. Do they believe that they can do it? And then the last is motivation. Do they want to? Do they believe in that future, right? Do they want to be a part of what is next? And do they understand the consequences, positive or negative, of what happens if they don't meet the expectation? So I find these show up everywhere in life, not just at work with our employees, but these do show up everywhere. And those are probably stories for another day. Um, But I'll paraphrase the last thing that Jenny said. It's not your job as a leader when you hire someone to like buy them. It's your responsibility to build them. And building them doesn't come from managing a symptom. It comes from creating a healthy system, co creating a healthy system of good power. And if you want my free worksheet on 5 root causes, I believe that this is what changed leadership for me and truly unlocked my people, which allowed me to accelerate my team's performance. It includes ways to explore which one you might be experiencing or your employee might be experiencing, how to kind of explore which one it might be, and then potential actions you could take depending on what you find. I'm happy to share it. I just don't know how. So I guess you could probably you could DM me, you could email me kjtanaki@gmail.com, or I can link something in the comments for y'all. But anyway, I just thought that was an interesting concept and a correlation to like what I talk about all the time. So thanks. Have a great day.